Hypixel Skyblock, being able to do large amounts of damage is one of the most important things you need to do in the game. Almost everything in Skyblock, including dungeons, has lots of health, and to be able to get lots of experience or money, killing these various bosses quickly is one of the most important things you should go for. Well, today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys an overpowered method that makes all other damage builds completely irrelevant. In addition to this build and this method only requires 2 weapons and can be done for under 6 million coins. What is this overpowered method to destroy anything in Skyblock? Well, let's head right into it. So, a few weeks back, I made a video showcasing the Rend ultimate enchantment and why it was really good for dungeons. If you played left click mage, you could get a high critical hit, and then you could use that critical hit with the Rend ultimate enchantment. Now this was really good because you could use a tank armor set and still be doing millions of damage at the same time. Although this was really good, it was not unbalanced. You couldn't really clear with the Rend ability, and even though the damage was good, there were limits to how high of a crit you could get with left click mage. With this method was really good in master mode bosses, but in general I'd say it was definitely balanced. However, I was hiding a little bit of a secret about Rend. So this method revolves around 2 weapons, the Venom's Touch or the Hurricane Bow, and the Soul's Rebound. So as you can see, if you look at the Rend ultimate enchantment, it gives your bow a left click ability, and this makes the arrows rip out of the enemy and deal 25% of your last critical hit for every arrow in the target. Now, ordinarily this is completely balanced, but if you get a bow that fires 5 arrows, instead of doing only 25%, it will do 125%. Now this already is pretty good, but you can make it even better. Now, as you can see here, I'm able to get a lot more than just 5 arrows into the enemy by looking at it from above. So then with this, if I activate Rend, it will do a lot of damage. So as you can see, if I hit this dummy right here, I'll be doing about 260,000 damage. Now, if I hit it with the Rend bow from above like this, like that, as you can see, instead of doing 260,000, it's going to do 900,000. So right off the bat, we're doing a lot of damage with the Rend ability. But here is where it gets kind of insane. Let me introduce you to the second weapon, which is the Soul's Rebound. So Soul's Rebound is a weapon that was added in the update to the Spider's Den. Now, on its own, the Soul's Rebound is pretty balanced. As you can see, it will basically add up all of the damage that you do in 5 seconds when you hit an enemy, and it will increase that amount by 25%. So, as you can see, the Soul's Rebound is a pretty cool weapon, but this is where it gets completely overpowered. So first you want to hit the dummy with the Soul's Rebound and get as high of a crit as you can. And as you can see, that was a 1.7 mil crit right there, which is pretty good. Now, what you want to do is, you want to hit the dummy with the Venom's Touch, like this. Now, you want to hit the dummy with the Soul's Rebound. And then you want to activate the Rend ability. And just watch this. 7 million damage. Now you want to fire the arrows at the dummy one more time. Then, Soul's Rebound, and activate Rend. And now watch this. 28 million. Basically, this is a method to get infinite damage in Skyblock. What's happening is, Rend works on any crit, not just the crit from the bow. This means that if you get a high crit from anywhere in Skyblock, it will apply to the Rend ability. Now the Soul's Rebound multiplies all the damage that you add in that 5-second time period by 20%. So this means that when you have rend, right now, with the rend alone, I'm gonna do 100 million damage with the rend, right? So now, if I put the arrows into the dummy like this, then I fire at the Soul's Rebound, and then I activate rend. Now that 100 million will turn into 114 million, up by 20% damage. Now, you might have seen some videos about this in the past, but it's actually usable in dungeons. Now, the reason that many people did not think it's viable in dungeons is because it seems like the only way it'll work is if you get on top of the dummy and do this, where all these arrows enter the dummy like this, so you can get yourself a nice 400 million crit with the rend. But in fact, this works in dungeons. And let me give you guys a short demonstration. So the class that you want to play for this is Berserker. So here we go, I'm Berserker class selected, and I'll be using my AOTS to get the initial crit. Freeze it, Soul's Rebound, and now we're going to attack it as much as we can. And as you can see, that's going to be a 300 million damage crit. Now you can swap to any armor set you like that'll give you effective health. So this used to be how rend worked. You got your initial crit, and now you're on your way. And it's pretty good. As you can see, the zombie grunt, I'm already gonna do over 1 billion damage. As you can see here, we ice spray this bad boy, attack it, and yeah, we're already doing 1.7 billion. And that is enough to demolish anything. Boom, and it instantly dies. But although 1.7 billion is a lot of damage, it's not enough to one-tap most bosses. You can't even one-tap Livid with 1.7 billion crit. So how do you get infinite damage? Well, here's how. So now our rend is doing over 1 billion damage. So then what will we do? Well, now we're going to find another zombie grunt. Then we're going to rend it, Soul's Rebound, and activate the rend. And now watch this crit. Boom. We now have a 1 billion damage crit instead of a 300 million crit. And now, rend will already be doing integer limit. And we can kind of just keep on going from here. As you can see, you find another Crypt Lurker. Then you rend it, you Soul's Rebound, you activate rend, and now watch this crit. Boom. We're now already at over integer limit. Now it's pretty hard to tell how much damage we're doing, but now we're doing billions and billions of damage with rend. And you can keep on going. So with this method, you can one-tap anything in the game. Like, literally. So in this footage, you're going to see me basically one-tapping the hardest bosses in the game. Yes, one tap, let's go! I just one-tapped him. I just one-tapped.
Just left click, just left click.
Oh, wow. Okay, I just one-tapped it. Okay. Even here. And as you can see, I'm doing 1 billion damage to a Lost Adventurer, which has a ton of defense. So everyone, that was the video. As you can see, with this method, you can one-tap anything that you want in the game. Now, it does have some drawbacks, but in general, it's a very, very good method that I definitely recommend anyone who wants to do M7. Now, this is most likely going to get patched, and honestly, it should be patched. It's very, very unbalanced right now. But for the time being, if the whole Skyblock community gets together and uses this, then hopefully it'll be patched. And that's the video, everyone. Hope you understand now how you can one-tap anything in the game regardless of its health. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!